Hello everyone, welcome to PC 3D, where we will talk about computers and 3D printing. I will try not to edit, so this is just my workflow. Um, so I hope you enjoy it. Today we are going to be talking about the Prusa XL and the side filament sensors, and how you have a really hard time getting the filament through there, especially flexible filaments like TPU. So there is this great mod that gets rid of the springs inside the sensor and puts in magnets. So the resistance is, it works great, and the resistance is very light. So what we're going to do today is take apart a filament sensor, put it onto the new filament sensor, I guess you can say, or the print, and we will go from there. I won't install it on the machine. It's super easy. It's one screw and one connector. Um, but I'll show you how to pull the springs out and how to put it together and get it ready to go back on the machine. So let's get started with, I'll show you the site, the link for it. The link is right here. So I'll put this in the comments, um, the link for this. It's on printables. Um, um, the person, TG73. There's a bunch of these. I like this one. Printing them out, the um, the specifications are pretty tight. I mean, everything is pretty good when you print them out. You do need to use a drill bit. I had to use a drill bit because I don't have the magnets that they require. So they say here, so you should have 3 millimeter diameter round magnets. I had 4 millimeter diameter round magnets. So I used the drill bit to open up the 3 millimeter hole a little bit. And even if you have the 3 millimeter magnets, you still need a drill bit because they're a little tight. Um, um, so this is where the magnets go. 3 magnets. All you have to do, so when we take it apart, I'll show you. Yes, even here he says that it's a little tight. The drill bit would help get the magnets in there. So I will link this down in the comments for this link. Uh, it's an awesome project, I think. But like I said, there's others out there, whatever you prefer. There's some with PTFE connectors here, but I just thought it was a little bulky. Um, if you don't have a hard time sending the filament through here, you really never take off these PTFE tubes. So you don't really have to worry much about it. All right, so let us get started. So let's switch over to overhead cam, and let's get this going. So this is the printed part. So the original does not have any numbers here. So in Prusa Slicer, I added the numbers just to make it, easier to I mean, it doesn't make, I mean, just, aesthetically, it looks a little better. So you take the this is the original filament sensor. This is the sensor in here, and this printed part is all we're replacing. So we're going to reuse that sensor and that printed part right here. So it's just two screws right here. Take that off. What I do is I put the hex key in here, and you can just lift up. Oops. Just got to be careful with it. Maybe these are little, still attached a little. Yeah, there just a couple of threads in. There we go. Got it out. So inside here, let me keep these screws. We're going to need those screws. So inside, this is the sensor of these balls. So they're a little tight. Yeah, like this one is tighter than the other two. So I don't know, there's something with those springs. Um, Prusa actually sent me new sensors because my other side, the sensors, these balls, they wouldn't even, I mean, they wouldn't even go down. The springs were like rusted or something, or I don't know, but they weren't in really good shape. So we need to take off these two screws to pop off the sensor. Let me grab, I didn't grab that screwdriver. The Torx, it's the Torx that comes with your kit. I think it's a T10. So just be careful with the sensor. I mean, there's no really electronics here. It's just a Hall effect switch, but still be careful with it. And then the sensor just pops out. So there's the balls, and then inside here are the little springs. So what we got to do is pop those springs out. So what I use is I have this little screwdriver here. I go on the back side of it here. So there's no real way to take these springs out without damaging them. So if you're going to do this, there's no turning back. You're going to buy new sensors if you want to go back to the stock. So there's one. There's two. And there's three. All right, so now inside here, there is a magnet with a ball on it. So we want to make sure, yeah, see, they move nice and smooth without that spring back there. Okay, so now the idea of this, I'm sorry, not that, this sensor, this case, is that you put in, where did my magnets go? I had them all set up. All right, let me go grab some magnets real quick. All right, so like I said, I have the 4mm magnets and they do not fit in here. So we're going to drill those out. But the idea of this is that you want to find the polarity of this magnet and it drags these balls in, right? It pulls them in, pulls them in. So what's going to happen is you need to find out the correct polarity because you need to put these in so that when the magnets are in, the balls are out. You don't want them, if you switch it around, see it pushes them all in. We don't want them in, we want them out. Okay. So what I in the instructions they tell you to put some tape here until you put the magnets and all that stuff. But I put this back on here because you can see the magnets and the polarity. You can see the magnets getting pulled, so you can see the right polarity. So I'll put this back here because the tape is so magnets don't fall in behind those balls and magnets, and you get, you know, if you get something in there, a piece of metal or another, if one of the magnets fall out and fall in those grooves, uh, the ball won't retract far enough for the Hall effect switch, um, and then it's super hard to get it out. So I put this back on so that nothing will fall back there, and I can still find the correct polarity. Okay, if I do it this way, bam, bam. If I flip it around, it pushes them all in. If I flip it this way, it pulls them all out. So what we need to do, so we need this to be this way. So we need to install these magnets in here. So like I said, what I did, because I have 4mm magnets, I just used my drill bit, just enlarged it by tiny bit. Don't push them. There's a bottom for it. All right. Just a tiny bit, see? All right. So now we need to go back to our magnet here and see the correct polarity. So this is the correct polarity. So now these need to go in here this way to attract. They're a little finicky, but so I have this cool magnet installer. It's a project that I saw. So it pops out the magnet. You can load the magnets, and then you can press them in. The only problem is this is for a larger magnet. That you have to print this for every size magnet that you have, and then you have to print it for every polarity. So if you have 4 different magnets, you need 8 of these. One for this, one for each polarity. But they help. Um, the tip I think could be stronger because I pressed down a little bit and I sort of concaved it, so I need to print a new top part. But it's a great tool. Um, I'll put the link for this also in the comments. Um, okay, so back to this magnet. Let's find out again. Oh, see, that's the wrong way. We don't want to push that side in. We want to push that side in. So oh, these are tricky. So I'll probably fast forward these. Okay, so got the three in. Now you got to double these up. So you got to put, so we got to put three more in here. There we go. All right. So we got two magnets. And then all we need to do is slide this back in. We slide this back in here. Nice and tight. So just push it in. And then when you put these back in, they will tighten it up. So we just got to put those two back in. All right. So I like to replace that screw that's in there because it's a Torx screw that's in there. I don't know why they have like a couple of Torx screws, especially here. Maybe they had extra Torx screws and they weren't sure what to do with them. So it's a 12 millimeter. So I use a regular button head 12 millimeter. And make sure it goes in there. Yep, and that's it. All right. So that is pretty much it. So you can look through the holes, and I wonder if you can. So you can sort of see the balls in there, right? You can see them attracted to the magnets. If you don't see the balls, that means you have the magnets in the wrong way and it's pushing it down. Um, if you put your, look how smooth that is. Look how smooth that is. Where this is the stock one, this is the extra ones that they sent me. This one, see how it's hard for where this one is nice and yeah, it's so easy. I mean, TPU and everything just flows through there. So nice. Now, the only thing you need to recycle from this piece are these little collets right here. So you just pull them out. 1, 2, oops, 3. All right. So now this, we really don't need it. You can save it if you ever want. I mean, I wouldn't even save it because you had to destroy the springs. So you can never really go back to it. You'd have to buy a new sensor from Prusa and they give you this one. So you really don't need to save it. That's pretty much garbage. Garbage, garbage. Throw those out. Now we just got to put these in. which is super easy. If I can get my fingers around there. All right. All right. And that is it, my friends. It is all done. I actually like the numbers on the front because I access it from the side, where originally on the Prusa ones, they're on the back part, which I like it a little better here. I could have put them back here, but I like, you can put the numbers wherever you want to put them. All right. And that is it. Super easy. Let me just take that screw out, so that way when you shake it you really don't get any rattling. Those balls are attracted by these magnets, right? Everything is nice. I love this design. I think it's great. um, all right, we're gonna put it on the machine. um, Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. And please leave me comments on what I need to do better with these videos. Like I said, I'm going to try not to edit. I'm probably going to just fast forward through some stuff, like having a hard time getting those magnets on there. I don't think you want to watch me put the magnets on for 4 minutes. Um, and then my daughter coming in to ask me questions during it too. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Um, I'd like to, try to do as many of these videos as I can, little, upgrades, uh, all kinds of stuff. For PC stuff, I do a lot of liquid cooling. So I do stuff like this, fully liquid cooled PCs. I'll probably do some tutorials on that. I also have a Voron over there that I tinker with a lot. I have an SV08 back there that I want to do a tool changer on. I might do a video for that. Um, and then I have I have a Trident over here. And then I've got my bamboo. And then this is an LH Stinger, super fast little 3D printer. This was a lot of fun building. Uh, um, this one, I can't do a video on this because I'd have to rip it apart, but this is a great, 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 great printer. You should check out this project. So hope you guys had a good time. We'll see you on the flip side.